We have breaking news in the NFL world. Joe Burrow will need surgery on his toe and will miss 3 months of this season, potentially letting him be done for the rest of the year. Seeing how the Cincinnati Bengals can hold up on that. Me and Stevo are also going to discuss the Minnesota Vikings taking that L to the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday night. And Shador Sanders did what? Yeah, we got to talk about him once again. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm Bobby, and I'm joined by Stevo. We're bringing y'all some breaking news and giving y'all a couple of recaps from what transpired on Sunday. Stevo, what's the word, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, it's one of those things. If you're a fan of a said team and they let you down yesterday, the coffee don't even taste the same. The attitude don't necessarily be right. So if you got something to do to get right, get right. Get right. But hey, Stevo, major news coming out of the NFL, bro, from ESPN's Adam Schefter. We seen Joe Burrow go down with that injury yesterday. We didn't know the severity of it. It was reported that they went out and they sent a couple images to a couple foot specialists, and that surgery was a possibility. We found out that today that surgery is now a requirement for Joe Burrow for turf toe, which will result in him being out for 3 months, Stevo, potentially being done for the rest of the season, because 3 months, that's December. Ugh. Go ahead. What's your thoughts, brother?
It's just a proof of another team that prioritizes wants over needs. And now it's coming, the Roosters has come home to roast. If you didn't see this happening or coming down the pipeline, you just wasn't a realistic football fan. Because at the end of the day, every time we see this man get injured, it's in the pocket. Why? Because that O-line ain't good. They still haven't addressed that O-line ever since Joe has been there. They've touched on it, but we know that whole line needs a complete new rehaul, and just adding a top left tackle or somebody else is not going to do it. And at the end of the day, that's what happened once again. He got hurt in the pocket and messed his toe up. And if anybody knows something about turf toe, whether you need surgery or not, it's going to be a long period of time, and it's hard to play on it. And most of the time, you don't play on it. So, well, it looked like you just fucked your season up. That's what it looked like, because 3 months of your non-quarterback for a team that's not that good. Yeah, I don't care what nobody said. They're not that good. That's a death blow to a team like that. When you lose your leader, your quarterback, the guy that makes this team go, you ain't got no running game, and yeah, you got wide weapons, but motherfuckers got to throw to them weapons. And like I said, the backup is going to have to play behind the same damn line that Joe did. And Joe was out there passing quick, making quick reads, and he still got hurt. It's unfortunate, but this is my point, and cater to other teams, and I hope other teams around the league is listening. Building a team from the outside in is never the form, and never will be the form to win, to be a winning organization, and to set up your quarterback for a good, successful tenured with your team. So everything that happened yesterday with Joe Burrow and in the past with Joe Burrow is all the Cincinnati Bengals doing.
I agree with you 100%. When we talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, this is when we talked about them earlier this offseason, while we was breaking down divisions. We talked about the offensive line still being subpar. We talked about the Cincinnati Bengals potentially costing Joe Burrow an MVP last season. The man threw for 5,000 yards, damn near, and was like, and had over 40 touchdowns, if I remember correctly. And y'all wasted that season. In the NFL, life is short. this ain't no process to where you can say I could struggle in the first few months of the year and then come back and make a hell of a comeback to where we take that L and turn it to a W. The NFL don't work like that. Injuries are a thing. Injuries are a part of it. And GMs and front offices, they have a lot to do with the success of the team. And I understand that Joe Burrow wanted his guys paid, but if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, you had opportunities to get those guys paid before you had to pay top market value money to these said players. You played around with Jamar Chase, you played around with T. Higgins, you played around with Trey Hendrickson, you played around with your first draft overall pick.
Played around with your running back, now he go.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all keep playing, and I know we know how great Joe Burrow is. We've seen how good he can be. Hell, he took the Cincinnati Bengals to the championship with a bad O-line. So imagine what a good O-line can do. Come on now. Like it's all they're doing. And you know what I'm saying? Injuries are a part of the game. But if you give this man a sustainable offensive lineman, you know what I'm saying? Offensive line, yeah, you might still give up sacks. But the way that the pressure was just coming and coming and coming all game for the first 2 weeks, what else did you expect with the guy that has suffered and went through his injuries already in his short NFL career? They're wasting time.
It's starting to get real edgy look like. It's really starting to it's starting to lean that way because it's clear you got a generational talent at your quarterback. That's a true generational talent, regardless of what's around him, the bullshit around him. Even if he has weapons or non-weapons, he finds a way to put up numbers, and that's what he's been doing. It's very hard to throw for 4,000 yards when you have a subpar online. He's done it multiple times. Right. So the fact that like I said, you're just gonna come to a point where you're gonna make this franchise ask this man for a trade. You're getting to the point or you're gonna force him into retirement like you did or like Indiana did with. Look, he's getting banged up all the damn time. Toe injury there, elbow injury here, rib injury there. Like once he every time, like it's getting to the point where now, like with Andrew Luck, every all season he's focusing on fixing something, and it's not mechanics. It's not something he's doing. He's worried about rehab.
Yeah,
and you can't get, even though we know Joe Burrow is one of the greats, you can't get better when you're rehabbing. So like, yeah, I'm not shocked about this, but like at this point, Bengals, what? It's clear. It's in your face. It's been in your face. What are you gonna do?
They got to make smart decisions this season. The backup is Jake Browning. I know people was hyped for him a couple years ago with Joe Burrow I believe when he got injured with that knee. A lot of people was hyping him up and feel it, you know what I'm saying? But it's a difference, bro. And you play in the AFC North. You play in the AFC North. That's not an easy division. You know what I'm saying? So Jake Browning, look, you can go out there and win a couple games, but they might as well chalk this season up if you ask me. If you're the Cincinnati Bengals, the season's over already in week 2. That's it. That's my early evaluation. Just me personally. Like I could be proven wrong and they could still go out there and Jake Browning can shock the world and take them to the playoffs. I don't believe that's gonna happen. That's just me personally. Stevo, you feeling the same way, bro?
It's over with.
It's over with for the Cincinnati Bengals. Me personally, Stevo, it's that time. It's that time to haul off and get rid of Trey Hendrickson. Let's go ahead and recoup some picks. It's that time. Y'all ain't going nowhere. It's over with. Yeah, it's over with. You had a chance with Joe Burrow, but now it's completely over with. Not even gonna lie to you. I know somebody y'all can go after.
Who?
Montez Sweat, Chicago. You get your Chicago. They need some help over there. I'm just saying. You get you a young pass rusher. He locked up. You ain't got to cough out no extra money on, and you can probably get draft capital. So you get you a pass rusher with draft capital. I'm just saying.
What will you get back?
Just a player. It ain't gonna work. That's just me being crazy.
Come on, what the fuck we get back?
Yeah, that's just me being crazy. But hey, Stevo, we had a game last night to where the Minnesota Vikings, after that good comeback on Monday night, not Not so great yesterday. I'm not even gonna hold you. Only 6 points versus the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons, a team that went out there in their first 2 picks of this draft, selected 2 young pass rushers, and those young pass rushers look like they know how to pass rush. Steve about to get pissed. How you feel about that Minnesota game? Because that shit, hey,
I
I ain't gonna
turned it
lie,
off.
just real quick. I was like, how y'all get him player of the week off a fourth quarter comeback? I guess, but then, hey, how you feeling about that though?
I turned it off because I was sitting here watching like this is everything we could have did to these niggas. This is literally everything we could have did. But nope. At the end of the day, like I knew that Minnesota was this type of talent. Like I knew they was lacking of talent, regardless of the fact. And if they go up against a team that ain't playing with their ass, this would be the result.
Mm-hmm.
We went out there and played with their ass. So it makes sense. So they made a hard day with McCarthy. You seen a lot of coverage that confused them, and you seen a lot of them looks that he ain't never seen before. Like you said, the pressure got to him, and that affected him as well. And that's what you do against a rookie quarterback. Apparently, we didn't know that. So, it just proves to show you, like,
Down bad, bro.
there's way better teams and way better coach teams out here than we realized.
Yeah, that's sad, brother. But when you look at the Minnesota Vikings, bro, they tried to. It seemed like they tried to let go a little bit of the chains when it came down to JJ McCarthy. And JJ McCarthy, my goodness, turnover machine. Somebody turned that bitch to 100. He was like, I got you. Fumble, interception, fumble, interception.
Interception.
And it was just bad. And hey, this is gonna be a good learning moment for him. I'm looking at that game like, hey, it is what it is. But shout out to the Atlanta Falcons because they took care of business. Hey, Stevo, you want to know what's interesting that a lot of teams fail to realize on what they like? Sometimes coaches they outsmart themselves. But at
Yes.
the start of the game, the announcers they pretty much talked about how the Atlanta Falcons this offseason said, we have Bijan. Oh shit, you do have Bijan. We're gonna run him. And guess how the game started? He was cooking. Like even
Literally, it's funny you say that because that's literally what the whole fan base was saying they first game. They were sitting here like, bro, yeah, we lost and we lost by a couple points, but you know why we lost? Because y'all acting like y'all don't know how to use y'all first pick that y'all used. But like I said, when a good organization could look at themselves and be like, it's clearly we just didn't give the guy the ball that needed to get the ball. You give the guy the ball who needed the ball 22 times, and look what he turned it into, 143 yards.
bro.
And then not only that, you gave it back to Aguilera. He gave you 16, and he gave you, 76 yards. I think y'all realize y'all was your O-line is very great when it comes to run blocking. I would think y'all knew that.
Yeah.
Especially the guy y'all added a guard a couple years ago. He's very great at run blocking. Like that's the only thing. You just ding the light bulb went over their head finally.
I hope they stick with it because I ain't even gonna lie, Stevo. This is probably like the best I've seen Kyle Pitts. I know the stats are not gonna show everything, but
he looked like a football player.
he looked like what we anticipated that he will
Yeah.
look like. And if you're the Atlanta Falcons, this is how you win football games. Give it to Bijan. Look, every run wasn't a 10-yard run, but every run was an effective run.
We averaged 6.5 a carry.
Bro, jump cut, try to catch me. Try to catch me. Okay, we're going to pick up this easy 5. We're going to pick up this 4. We're going to run in between the tackles and we're going to get busy. Yeah, it ain't going to be hard for you, Atlanta. You have the formula. Now just lean on the formula. In the defense, Raheem Morris, I got to get it to you. Defensive head coach. Defense was rocking and rolling. And them young boys, them young pass rushers, James Pierce Jr. and the other fella, hey, they look like they was ready to go. Can't even hold you. So Atlanta Falcons, you have the formula. Minnesota Vikings, you go back to the drawing board on how you can hone in and support your young quarterback. He felt good in after week one. His confidence might be a little shot after
Billy
yesterday.
and Billy Bowman might be the truth.
I know Hayes just threw a pillow.
Damn, man. As soon as I saw him, I was like, damn, man.
Hayes threw a pillow. Hayes was very, very high of Billy
Bowman,
Bowman Jr.
yeah.
all
Damn.
offseason before the draft.
And that's
So
why I kept telling people, I'm like, I'm like, Vikings is a really good team. Y'all just
yes.
don't see it yet.
Yep. But hey, Stevo, before we get up out of here, we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders. And not in a good way. And this man, a report came out saying that Shedeur Sanders declined to be drafted by the Ravens. And instead, well, when he heard that he was about to get drafted by the Ravens, he pretty much told them don't draft him. I feel like this is a major, major problem. How do you feel about it before I go deeper into it?
Like I said, like if there was anybody else, I think he would have been like, cool. But I'm not gonna sit behind no guy that I know I'm not going to get a chance to play against. He's the guy. Not only is he the guy, he's a two-time MVP. He's a easily top 3 quarterback every year. The offense is catered around him, and that was another thing. I'm like, he don't fit that offense at all.
Okay.
Like style wise, like he would look like even if they had to put him in, and let's God forbid Lamar get injured for a couple weeks, they will have to completely switch their offense around. And that was my and that I think that was the main thing. I think why he sat there and was like, they'll pick me. It just don't make sense. Like I get it from a standpoint of it's not a bad organization to go to because they known for being not winners of some sort. Like they're consistent at least winning in the regular season and getting to the playoffs. But I could see why. Like, yeah, like a lot of people gonna be like, you chose that over the Browns, who's a fucking dumpster fire. When you come to the realization, which I think he did come to, like, I'm going to be a 5th round pick. My best bet is going somewhere that I have a chance to at least play. I think that was his mindset. I think he looked at Cleveland and was like, fucking terrible organization, but because this organization is so fucking terrible, I might have a chance to start here. So I think that's what he was thinking about when it came to that. Like if it was anybody else, like if it was like, let's say like New England called and was like, no, we got a quarterback, but we don't know. Then he'll be like, yeah, I come in beat Drake. He ain't done enough to show his flag ain't staked in this league. Like if it was any other team where they quarterback didn't have their flag planted there, I think he would have been like, all right, yeah, you can draft me.
I think that's a fair way to look at it too. But I look at it from a different thing, like from the pretty much the back half of what you said, the organizational thing. I think that right now, at least when I looked at, well, he probably didn't know that Cleveland Browns was going to try to select him. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like with the Baltimore Ravens, at least you're going to be around a team that's going to help you develop. The Browns, that's questionable to me, but I get what you're saying 100%. I just feel like at that point, bro, I would have just, I'm in the 5th round, most likely going to be a backup anyway. I would have went to the better organization or would have been inviting or willing to go to the better organization so I can go over there and learn, because it's going to be some point, some time to where some team is looking to give a quarterback a chance. And who knows if he would have been able to go to another organization. But to your point, organizations does matter along with the scheme. Because I think, like, to your point, if New England would have called, or let's just say the Los Angeles Rams would have called, those are better situations, to your point, than it's not many systems run like a Lamar Jackson, if any. I don't think any system runs like that. So I get what you said. I would just
Philly will be the closest one, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, because I would have probably been looking at an opportunity to go out there and say, hey, let me build up, let me learn, and then I'd probably go out there and have an opportunity to compete for a job somewhere.
Or he could have looked at it as in, I'm the starting quarterback for the preseason, and that's my showcase. He could
Yep.
have looked at it that way as well because it has been some quarterbacks to go down already. They looking for some
Yes.
quarterbacks already, so he could have been that guy. I mean, he does have some tape out there, so that
Yeah.
is a good thing. But he did go to the. I don't think they would have played with his ass like the way the Browns would. They would have been like, bro, he number 2. Stop
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. And I think that like for him it would have been beneficial because it seemed like the Browns, bro, they just I don't know, they
They
confusing.
playing around. That's what.
Exactly. Because how the hell you don't even at least have him running scout team? You got Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi running your scout team in Cleveland. What are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all wasting this young man's time. Like, we'll see how it all pans out eventually, but like, don't forget, y'all still got Deshaun Watson coming back. Y'all leaning on Joe Flacco right now.
He was just on the couch 2 years ago.
And Dylan Gabriel is ahead of this young man. And y'all wasting y'all time.
And
Y'all
he's
wasting
just
y'all time.
deservedly ahead of him. Hard to say, but he is
Yeah.
deservedly ahead
I mean,
of him.
he earned it. That's
Yeah.
what we was telling Shador. Yeah, you balled out in that Cleveland game, but
That's it.
I mean that Panthers game. But after that, when it was time to put on another show, you look really, really bad. like it's indefensible. You can't defend the things that he was doing on that drive. Well, while he was out there in his last preseason game, you can't defend it.
Ain't nothing to defend.
Facts. But we got Jacob Pond up in here talking about he hate the Bears. Don't we
Don't we
all right
all?
now? V-Dog said the Bengals season over with already. Yes, sir.
That's
It
what
is
it looking
already
like.
over.
That's what it looking like.
It's over, bro. Who can you trade for? Like, who can you trade for to come help
Shador.
you?
That's literally all y'all got.
It's over with. They could trade for Tyson Bagent. That ain't gonna happen though. I don't see another backup around the league that can go out there and help them compete for a playoff spot. Me personally. Hey, call Jameis Winston. At least y'all gonna get a hell of a speech.
Nah, for real. He ain't doing, bro. He
Call
saying
Jameis Winston if you're the Cincinnati
that
Bengals. He gonna give you a
motherfucker in
hell
New
of a
York.
speech.
That motherfucker in New York being the offensive lineman coach. Hey, bro, you know damn well you can't do that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I thought he was just mad because he got bitch. Bro, I went to go see all the shit what's wrong with that nigga? Bro, that old lineman was on one last night. That bro, slapping motherfuckers in the head, pancaking them, laying on their neck. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Hey, going crazy. Hey, somebody call Jameis. Hey, y'all can let Browning run a couple weeks, and then Jameis at least gonna give you a little spark. You might throw a pick 6 to end the game, but at least y'all fans gonna be happy to watch the first 3 quarters. I'm just saying, it's a decent little option for y'all. It's a decent little option for y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Call Case Keenum. See if he can rejuvenate. See if he can get the Minnesota Miracle, the Minneapolis Miracle going on in Cincy. Y'all need it bad.
Terrible. Nah, nigga, we need that miracle. Stay here. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, he done for the year, V-Dog. Me personally, I don't see this team making any noise right now. I think this is a lost season. They play with their food the entire offseason with player contracts and going back and forth with players and stuff, and they didn't quiet the noise and take care of their business because they was too distracted with other things. And now this is what we got. He talking about we need Buddy for left tackle, smack a couple people. But hey, that is it for us today, y'all. Stevo, you got anything left, bro?
Yo, who played tonight? Who played tonight?
It's a double header, bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why
I mean, it's 2 actually decent games to watch.
It's gonna be 2 good games, but come on now. What's the 2 games?
Tampa Bay, Houston at 6 p.m. And then then they got a 9 o'clock game. Vegas and I think we know what game we covering. I'm not staying until no midnight to watch no Chargers and no Vegas. I'm not doing it.
That's it. OV. But hey, that is it from us, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL, man. We got a lot of things going on in the NFL world, many more things to talk about. So y'all make sure y'all stay locked in, stay tuned in, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. But hey, that is it from us, football fans. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football, no matter how much your home team that you cheer for stresses you the hell out. You can still watch somebody else, but it might hurt you a little bit because I watched that Atlanta Falcons game and I'm like, how could they run the ball so good? How could they run the ball so good?
You know what? I turned that game off and just said, "Go Ducks," because that's all I got.
But hey, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks